Most people think the hardest part of a challenge is the work itself, the steps you have to walk, or the weights you have to lift. But in reality, that's not true. The hardest part is almost always just getting started. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can trick yourself into starting effortlessly using a mental model called activation energy. This trick has completely changed the way I approach difficult things, and I hope it can do the same for you. Now let's bring this model to life with a story. In the 1960s, there was a young psychologist named David McClelland. He was studying why some people take action while others stall out. Then he noticed something strange. People weren't failing because the task was too hard. They were failing because they never got started in the first place. To explain this, he borrowed an idea from chemistry called activation energy. In order for a chemical reaction to happen, you need a certain amount of energy. It's the little spark that sets everything in motion. Without it, nothing happens, no matter how much fuel you have. McClelland realized the same was true for human behavior. That's why it feels so much harder to put on your running shoes than to actually run. So he came up with a strategy. If you lower the activation energy, you make it far easier to begin. We can think about activation energy in two simple ways. The first is lowering the barrier. Think about exercising. If your workout clothes are buried at the bottom of a drawer, that tiny bit of friction can be enough to kill your motivation. But if your clothes are laid out the night before, you make sure your water bottle is ready and your shoes are by the door. Now the decision is practically made for you. You've lowered the activation energy so much that the first step happens almost on autopilot. Lowering the barrier means making the task so easy to begin that it feels effortless. The second lever is increasing the spark. Here's what you do. You only allow yourself to watch your favorite podcast while walking. This will bypass your willpower and the reward pulls you in. Basically, instead of making the task easier, you make the pull stronger.